Shalom. Let me get straight into this lesson. It's the book of Revelation 11:4. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe, World War III, cometh quickly. So we're on the brink of, World War III. It got to happen before we can get up out of here. But the MOTB has to be implemented, before to go nuclear, you know what I'm saying? Before everything just come, Babylon is totally destroyed. And the so-called UFOs, as you people know, is gonna shoot down on this place as well, like on the movie Independence Day. So I'm gonna get into. I got a lot to get to. I'm gonna get into this video I got on the phone real quick, and it's going down. Check this out.
Three U.S. fighter jets shot down. Lebanon joins the war. Pete Hegseth doesn't have a plan other than to drink more whiskey. And Donald Trump isn't ruling out boots on the ground. The fact of the matter is they started a fucking major war without a fucking plan. We know these incompetent assholes have no idea what they're fucking doing. They can't run the U.S. government, let alone fight a fucking war. But they accomplished their mission. The media is no longer talking about the Epstein files because this is not Operation Fury. This is Operation Epstein files. Wake the fuck up, America. All power to the people.
Right, so, Salaki. Right, so what's getting ready to happen now is going to be a series of different events, that's going to unfold, and it's going to lead to more chaos, as we've been saying, starting at the pastors and elders of Great Millstone, that these days were coming. While people was out here bullshitting around, doing social media pranks, having their head in the sand, these things was formulating. And now we're in the midst of crazy shit. So I'm going to get into this video as well. This is Channel Redacted. They have some pretty informative information, but I'm going to get into this video as well. And I got another video I got to get to.
I was speaking to sources in Tel Aviv who were showing me videos outside of their freaking window of what they were seeing, but you won't see this on Fox News at all. This is Tel Aviv.
Look at that.
Of course, buildings being blown up, direct hits right next to City Hall. But why is Fox News, do you think, not really covering any of this damage in Tel Aviv, Colonel?
Well, look, I just saw a few minutes ago a interview with Keith Kellogg on Fox News, and they were asking him about I think it was a Wall Street Journal report that said that we're going to have to do something pretty quick because we're going to run out of interceptor missiles. We don't have enough to sustain this over this 4 to 5 week period that President Trump talked about. And he says, no, that's not the case. No problem at all. We obviously wouldn't have ordered something like this. Our commander wouldn't have ordered something like this unless he knew we had enough missiles in the stockpile. And in any case, we can get some from our allies if we need to. And I was just thinking, look, UAE, according to Bloomberg, has said that they've got about a week left of interceptor missiles, and they're going to run out, and they're not even the primary target.
Right.
We're seeing, you just showed a video there of even what we have. It's these missiles that are coming in from Iran are just going through it like a sieve. And now that we may run out completely, and that's something I think you and I have talked about before. We had a limited number of interceptor missiles because we've given so many to Israel over the last 2.5 years and to Ukraine over the previous 4 years, and our inventory was already low.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into this Obadiah chapter 1 and 1. It says the vision of Obadiah does say Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah concerning Edom, the so-called white man. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, an ambassador sit among the heathen. Arise ye, let us arise up against her in battle. So this is prophecy get ready to take place. Eventually it's going to end up in World War III. It's going to happen. It got to happen for us to get out of here. So this is the beginning phase. You notice everything, prophecy happened in different phases. So it's really to catch these people off guard. The Most High is always working. Even when you think ain't nothing going on, there's always something going on. And why is this going to be such some crazy stuff that's getting ready to happen? Because people don't really know the terrain of Iran. Iran, a lot of it is built in, the underground military bases is underground, in the mountains. So they got those particular bombs that they call them bunker busting bombs. They can't get that deep into the ground, which, Iranians have been planning to do this for this They ain't just wake up one day and come up with this. There's been an ongoing plan, and Iran is allies with Russia and China. So you see what Yahweh Shemi Shah is doing. Let's get back in this. Get back into this. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna show. I'm gonna 1 second. Let me say this up in here. Is Iran allies to Russia and China?
Russia and China have a strong partnership, not a formal alliance, based on opposing you.
1 second. Or is China and Russia allies with Iran?
Yes, China and Russia are considered allies with Iran, forming a strategic partnership. They
You
signed
see
a
that?
pact.
So you see what's going on. So by them being in alliance with China and Russia, it's just gonna stir the pot more because it's just too much going on. It's too much conflict. And these Iranians shot at a hotel. They shot missiles. They it's on. You know what I'm saying? It's on. So I'm gonna get into this other video real quick. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Right here, this is fair use, NBC News. Let me play this.
What? News strikes across Tehran tonight as the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran is expanding, systematically destroying Iran's military, blowing up its missiles, and killing its leaders.
Yeah, see that?
President Trump
See how they tell you lies. Now they did hear some Iranian sites, but you think they that stupid that they're gonna have everything exposed, knowing that they've been hit before? This is dummy stuff that they had set up that they bombed. All the Iran missiles and stuff and all the artillery, most of it, you know what I'm saying, for the most is underground. And I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna prove what I'm saying. Because you think that they that stupid, that dumb. No. They was already expecting these devils to come with the missiles. So let's get more into this.
It could last 4 to 5 weeks.
We will easily prevail. We're already substantially ahead of our time projections, but whatever the time is, it's okay.
The Pentagon
And
today
that's the pride of
announcing
Esau
it's sending
Edom. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. And again, it's stirring the pot of chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like when you step on top of an ant bed, they come out in like, you know what I'm saying, with force, ready to, bite you. So again, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is setting this up in a beautiful way because, you know what I'm saying, remember Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is a man of war. So a man of war with no war strategies. But we talking about on a whole global scheme of things. So it's things going on we don't even comprehend right now, but we'll see those things manifest. More into this.
more troops and fighter jets to join the operation, which President Trump launched at 3:38 p.m. on Friday.
The president directed, and I quote, Operation Epic Fury is approved. No aborts. Good luck, close quote.
But the war is also spreading to new countries with new risks. In Saudi Arabia, drones targeting the U.S. Embassy in the capital Riyadh, a fire breaking out there. A Saudi official telling NBC News there were no injuries. In Kuwait, 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down and seen plummeting from the sky. The Pentagon said it was friendly fire, that the jets were hit by Kuwaiti missile defense systems. The crews all ejected and survived. In this video, you can see a...
Now, that I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? They lie so much, you don't know what's the truth and what's not. But far as that, them planes being shot down, we don't know. More than likely, it ain't the full story of what they saying. But anyway, let's keep going.
A parachute on the ground and what appears to be an American pilot in the back of an SUV, looking healthy but rattled, as the Pentagon announced at least 6 American service members have been killed. The Pentagon saying it now has total air superiority over Iran, allowing the U.S. to hunt down the missile launchers Iran is using to carry out attacks, including against Israel, where an Iranian missile made it through air defenses this morning. Prime Minister Netanyahu touring a town where 9 Israelis were killed by another Iranian strike. Iran is not just hitting Israel, but multiple Arab countries. Iranian fighter jets attacked Qatar, but were shot down, according to the Qatari military. In Bahrain, Iranian drones hitting residential high-rise buildings.
So you see what it is, all fucking chaos, all kind of chaos going on all over the place. So let me show you something real quick. Because, you know, when you watch the news, it just pretty much propaganda. A lot of it's pretty much lies. So let's go here. It says right here. So check this out. You think the Iranians so-called are stupid? It said Iran has constructed an extensive network of deeply buried, mountain-hardened underground military bases, often called missile cities, designed to protect Air Force assets and long-range missiles from airstrikes. They're not going to never tell you this on the mainstream news. Key facilities, what they got, you know, going through all this. So, man, look. And I had did a video maybe a year and a half ago, and it was showing that they underground missiles. It was going miles and miles and miles and miles of nothing but missiles. They got some sophisticated technology. Because remember, they're allies with China. China has all this advanced technology, and they've been sharing. Because I think Iran supplies them with oil to a certain degree, and China, they got trade deals and stuff like that. Because, you know, that's how it goes. Matter of fact, let me prove what I'm saying. Does Iran have trade deals with China and Russia? So now I don't want to read it. So I'm just going to read the lines. It says key aspects of China and Russia trade deals are economic relations. Well, I said Iran too. Does Iran have trade deals with China and Russia? Check it out.
China and Russia. These include a 25-year agreement with China, focusing on energy and investment, and a 20-year strategic partnership with Russia, which centers on oil, defense, and infrastructure.
Yeah, so it said, yes, Iran has established deep long-term trade and strategic deals with both China and Russia. So this, look, it's way bigger than when it ain't just going to war with Iran. Essentially, what they're doing is going to war with China and Russia as well, and all the other allies. That's why it's going to be this World War III, because, you know, the small hatters have used the United States military as they mercenaries. So all wars are about bankers. It's banker wars, and to take resources and enforce that dollar across the whole. Remember, this Babylon the Great. So let me go to one more piece I want to show you. But it is chaos. It's all you see is chaos. It's everywhere. And you got these Babylonians all bugged out. So this is in Tehran. Let me show you this real quick. And you see those mountains behind there. So Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah situated them to be able to be in that region where you can't even bomb them. You know, a lot of the underground cities, they untouchable. So what's going to happen is you're going to see this tit for tat. Then Russia and China, it's all intertwined. So it's coming to World War III. It's coming. It cannot be avoided. It's a part of prophecy. But hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahshah Bahashim Rahak Quadash. Shalom.